Hanfu is the traditional dress of the Han people, also known as yichang. The term yichang also refers to the basic structure of Hanfu, the upper garment yi and the lower skirt chang. But there are also some one-piece gowns and robes. In addition, Hanfu is characterized by its overlapping collars, which means collars folded over to form a Y shape, loose and mostly with long and wide sleeves, fastened with laces. Hanfu first appeared in the Shang dynasty, which is more than 3,000 years ago, and was refined in Western Zhou dynasty, forming a complete system of a set of crowns, clothes, and shoes, which called guanfu制度, and a system of formal dress, which means different clothes according to social status. China has a long history with many dynasties, each of which has a different style of Hanfu. I will combine the historical dynasties and use pictures to explain the evolution of Hanfu. The form of Hanfu from pre-Qing dynasty to the Han dynasty is represented by Shenyi. Shen refers to the layers of the robes and guans that deeply cover the body. Shenyi were divided into two kinds, the one with curved train, 曲居, and the one with straight train, 直居. With white clothes and big sleeves, Shenyi is elegant and heavy. Men always wore crowns and hats, and women's hair was worn in buns with hairpins or dangling ornaments. During the Wei and Jing dynasty, clothing became more free-flowing. Women always wore a blouse called ru and a one-piece underskirt, sometimes paired with a half-armed short coat. The styles of women's sleeves were diverse, while men's are always wide. During this time, fake hair buns became popular with women, and men always wrapped their hair in scarves and silk. During the Sui and Tang dynasties, the previous dresses and crowns were used as formal attire, but the man's daily dress was influenced by xianbei, appeared to be round-collared robes with leather belts, and they tied their hair with a turban called putou and wore long boots. Women mostly wore shanqun, that is, they wore short, narrow-sleeved blouses without overlapping collars, with long skirts that were tied high on the chest, and they usually wore a silk cape on the arm. During this period, women's hair buns were of various styles, and many hairpins were worn. As for makeup, there were also 鹅黄, 花钿, and dimples. Comparatively speaking, the clothing of the Song dynasty was much simpler and more elegant. Men's clothing was basically similar to that one in Tang dynasty, while women's clothing featured a blanket blouse, which could be short and tied into lower garment or long and worn on the outside, called a beizi, with a sleeve called moxiong on the inside and a baidie skirt, two-piece skirts or trousers underneath. The clothing style of the Ming dynasty was highly varied. Men wore jinzi, wearing cross-collared or round-collar robes. At this time, a kind of decoration called buzi also appeared in the officials' regular clothing, according to the level of the official class and job type, respectively embroidered with different animals. Women's clothing is quite diverse. As for the collar, there are vertical collar, square collar, cross collar, round collar, and plackets. Clothing styles include 褂子, 比甲, long and short blouses, long and short coats, capes, etc., etc. And even the sleeves are divided into narrow sleeves, large sleeves, and pipa sleeves, and etc. The The most common skirt is the 马面 skirt, characterized by two pieces of 裙门 in front of and back of it, and the size of the skirt splits, while it is rich in patterns and sophisticated skills.